Hi, boys and girls. We're going to read our seventh story about seasons and weather today. We have talked about the different types of weather: sunny weather, cloudy weather, windy weather, rainy, and stormy weather. We have all of these types of weather here in Syracuse. I want you to think about the words safe and safety. Safe and safety can mean being careful or protected from danger. What comes to your mind when you think of the weather and the words safe and safety? So today's story is called Safety in Storms. After reading the story, you will be able to describe the characteristics of a thunderstorm and describe safe and unsafe behaviors during thunderstorms. A thunderstorm is a type of weather that can be not so nice. Have you ever experienced a thunderstorm before? Let's go over our vocabulary first. Our first word is severe. Severe means very bad. For example, the severe look on his face shows that he is angry. Our second vocabulary word is gear. Gear are supplies, tools, or clothes needed for a special purpose. For example, rain gear includes rubber boots and raincoats. Our third word is shelter. Shelter is a place or covering that gives protection from bad weather or a dangerous situation. For example, we took shelter indoors when it rained yesterday. Our last word is strike. A strike is a hit or attack with a sharp blow. For example, lightning may strike a tall tree or tall building during a storm. Let's think about these words as we read our letter from our pen pal Annie. Annie will be talking about what you can do to stay safe during a thunderstorm. Here we go. Dear kindergartners, have you ever seen a thunderstorm? I got caught in one the other day, and it made me realize just how amazing and powerful the weather can be. The thunder boomed and lightning flashed. It was quite a show. Today, I'm going to tell you about severe or very bad weather and how to stay safe during thunderstorms. You probably know what kind of weather to expect when you look up and see large, dark clouds like these in the sky. These are storm clouds, and unless you want to get soaked, it's time to get indoors when you see a storm like this moving in. The word soaked means to become completely wet from the rain. During a thunderstorm, you can see lightning. Lightning is a stroke of electricity that connects energy in the ground with energy in a cloud. Sometimes you can see a bolt of lightning when it flashes and zigzags in the sky. Lightning is often followed by a loud clap of thunder. If the thunderstorm is far away, then the thunder may only sound like a distant rumble. But as the storm nears, the thunder gets louder and louder, and the time between the lightning and thunder gets shorter and shorter. Thunder cannot hurt you, but lightning can be dangerous. A lightning strike knocked down this tree. Lightning can start fires too. Worst of all, lightning can seriously injure or hurt a person. There is a very small chance of being struck by lightning, but it can happen. Fortunately, there are simple ways to be safe from lightning during a storm. My teachers taught them to me, and now I'm going to teach them to you. Lightning tends to strike or hit with a sudden blow tall things like trees and tall buildings. The smartest thing you can do in a storm is stay indoors. If you can't take cover in a building, then a car is also a safe place. In case you ever get stuck outside in a thunderstorm and you cannot get indoors, it is important that you remember never to take shelter or look for protection under or near a tree or tall object. Even though the tree leaves may help keep you dry, you never want to be near a tree if it gets hit by lightning. Instead, you should lie down flat on the ground, far away from any trees, and wait for the storm to pass. You'll get drenched, but you won't get struck by lightning or a falling tree. The word drenched also means to become completely wet from the rain. Another important rule is always to get out of a pool, lake, river, or ocean immediately during a thunderstorm. Electricity moves through water, so anyone in the water can be hurt by a single lightning strike. It's best to stay safe and stay dry inside during a thunderstorm. When it is cold outside, you might see hail during a storm. During a hailstorm, chunks of ice, called hailstones, fall from the clouds onto the ground. Usually, hailstones are small, about the size of peas or smaller. Sometimes, however, hailstones can be as big as a golf ball or even a baseball. It is always best to stay indoors during a hailstorm. It is important to know how to stay safe during storms and other kinds of severe weather. If possible, don't go outside at all in any kind of storm. If you have to go outside, wear the right kind of gear or special type of clothing, like a raincoat, boots, and a hat during rainstorms. Be smart and be safe so you can enjoy the amazing power of nature. It's quite the show. Your friend, Annie. Now let's have a discussion with your families. The first thing I want you to talk about with your families is to describe some characteristics of a thunderstorm. Next question is, what is lightning? What should you do to stay safe during a thunderstorm? What gear or special type of clothing is best to wear if you have to go outside in the rain? Now, in your weather diary, write about what type of clothing is best to wear outside in the rain. Have these discussions with your family.